the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. On the visitor sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys have really been struggling, just 2 wins over their last 8. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His guys know a home. And New York set to take the field. Start on the ground. Hall. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Quick slant to Watson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Hall comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Brown. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. The Jets at 14-1 now on the year. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Back to throw. Brown. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. The previous drive, he connected with Garrett Wilson for the touchdown. And here they go again, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Austin brings in the quick throw. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off play action. Brown. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes two to tango. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Milton Williams there on the tackle. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 8. They'll go again with Ball. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When you look at this Patriots defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to...
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10.
Ready, set. Set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The interception on his 7th throw of the ball game, but prior to that, he was a perfect 6 of 6. So now he starts his drive 6 of 7, first and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. Now second and 9. Looking to throw. Brown. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium. Now Brown from the gun, he'll throw. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
That's good for Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Brown throwing quickly to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Check, Panther. Here we go. Check up.
They'll run with Hall. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll look to run with Hall. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun. Brown. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jets first
Well,
down.
things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Ball want to give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
He finds Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing.
At the 28-yard line.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw right side, Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Back to throw again. Going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Play by the defender. He diagnosed that one. Closed quickly and helped force the incompletion.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. They'll try to pick it up, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
He ran it in the last time they had it. That was his 9th rushing touchdown on the season. Now they begin here on this drive, 1st and 10. Brown throwing to start the drive. Caught by Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's fast.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Hey, come on.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Brown now from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Brown. Across the formation, he hits Austin. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, set.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brown. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
across the 50 and into New England territory. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
Check, Panther. Hut, hut.
Ball again on second down. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
60 by 6. Take up.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds Austin complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Patriots' 21-yard line.
Set up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Set up.
Now Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Ready. Top, go.
Operating from the gun, Brown. Hard throw, incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not...
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
At the 38-yard line.
Second down and a yard.
Viking 18.
Back to throw. Brown. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And now out come the Jets. They can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Jets on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Brown. He'll try and do this himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from the 20. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Patriots 7.
Jets offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Carry here for Burgess. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Right back to him on first down. And able to work his way down to 16. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. You have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Jets, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.
The Jets game is over, but his work isn't done yet. After a full season of playing together as a group, it's time to take stock of what this team has become since week 1.